Okay, friends of class 12 science, today we are studying this topic of n identical cells in series. That means what will happen if we use identical cells like in this circuit. How many cells I have connected in this circuit? First, second, third and n number of cells. Now all these cells are identical, that means all have the same value of EMF and all of them have the same value of internal resistance. Now this series configuration is used to supply current to an external resistance R. What we have to find in this derivation, that what is the possibility of taking out maximum current from this configuration. So let us begin with the derivation. Now if the cells are connected like this in series, the net EMF, the total EMF available in the circuit will be epsilon plus epsilon plus epsilon plus epsilon. How many times? N times. So the total EMF becomes N into epsilon. First thing. Second thing, what is the total internal resistance of the circuit? R plus R plus R. How many times? N times. And because they are connected in series, the total internal resistance will be N into R. And in R, how many times? N times. Okay. Now, what is the total resistance of this circuit? That is the resistance which is inside the cells plus the resistance that is outside the cells. So the total resistance becomes NR plus R. Now we have found the total EMF and the total resistance. Now finding the total current. The net current in the circuit will be I is equals to V by R. That is potential difference upon resistance. Ohm's law, I equals to V by R. So here I have I is equals to the total voltage available, N into epsilon, the total resistance, NR plus R. So this is the current that we are going to draw from this cell configuration. Now the conditions, two conditions we will apply in this formula. First one, if NR is much greater than R, this term is very large, say if it is in hundreds, this is in ones. So this is going to be very large, this is going to be very small. Approximately, we can say that NR plus R is nearly equal to NR. Same way, suppose this is 100 and this is 1. Then 100 plus 1, actually it is 101, but it is very close to this or this. Let me make you understand. Suppose this has a magnitude of 100, this has a magnitude of 1, the actual result will be 101. But this 101 is closer to 100, it is not that closer to 1. So approximately we can write NR plus R is nearly equal to NR. So instead of this, we simply put NR. The total resistance becomes NR. What does this give you? Epsilon upon R. Now if I use one single cell instead of n number of cells, what would be the current? Forget the board. Okay? See. If I use one single cell, what will be the current drawn from the cell? V upon R. What is voltage of any one of this cell? It's epsilon. What is resistance of one of these cells? It is R. So if I use one single cell, the current will be epsilon by R. And here I am using n number of cells. The current is again epsilon by R. So basically this is not very useful condition, because if you connect the cells like this or you use one single cell, the results will be identical. Okay, but the second condition now, what if internal resistance is much smaller than external resistance? Then NR plus R is nearly equal to the bigger number R. Now suppose this has a magnitude of 100, this has a magnitude of 1. The result will be 101, which is approximately equal to 100. So I can write the smaller number plus a very big number is equal to or approximately equal to the very big number. Okay, that means the current will be N into epsilon, the total voltage, divided by NR plus R, which is nearly equal to R. And this time, what the current is? The current now is N into epsilon over R. That means if you use a single cell, the current would have been epsilon by R. But if you are using this configuration, the current becomes N times. So, what does this derivation mean? This derivation means that if external resistance is much greater than internal resistance of cells, then to draw the maximum current, the cells must be connected in series. Okay, there is one more similar derivation in which the cells are supposed to be connected in the parallel. That derivation has a very similar treatment to this, and you can do this at your own once you understand that what is actually to be done over here. Okay, one more piece of advice. See, whenever we are changing the cells of remote control of say AC or your television, then even if you change one cell, suppose the remote is there, it's not working, you change one cell, it will start working. But one cell will be old and one cell will be new. So, will the cells be identical? They will have the same EMF, but they will not have the same resistance. So, the cells are not identical. When somebody is designing the circuit of a remote control, he is basically calculating everything, taking into consideration the fact that cells must be identical. Okay, but if you have one new cell, one old cell, they won't be identical cells. So it is better and it is advisable that whenever you are changing the cells in any device, all the cells should be changed at one single time, and all the cells that are changed, that must be of the same company, the same make. Thank you.